So it's finally here. I have received the OnePlus 6. Been after a decent Android phone for some time now, and the OnePlus 6 for me really does hit all the things that I need in a phone. Before I start, big thanks to O2 for sending me out the OnePlus 6, and also to the OnePlus 6 guys. Size phone I've got is a 128GB. This should be big enough for what I need. Right, starters, it looks really nice. Quite light. How cool is that? So it comes with its own case. It's just a see-through one. Nice red looking cable, and it charges very quickly as well. Right, so over the next week or so, I am going to be shooting with the OnePlus 6 in various locations, and you will see all the results on my Instagram feed as well as the O2 Instagram feed. So make sure you go follow them and look out for the images when I post them, and I'll tell you what the phone is like. Until then, see you soon. Good morning from a very quiet but beautiful Emberton Park here in Buckinghamshire. I've come here this morning to capture some sunrise for the phone that I have now, which is the OnePlus 6. Sun's just coming up now, so fingers crossed I'm going to get a decent shot. Keep an eye out for these videos. I'll be posting how I've captured these images and the software and apps I'm using to take them and edit them. So here is where I am at the moment to shoot this sunrise. So stay tuned to see the apps that I use to capture this image and edit. I'm going to show you how I take some of my images on my mobile photography using the OnePlus, and some of the apps that I use to edit my images. So at the moment it's the golden hour. The sun is popping up just over there, which is just over here is Olney. There's some mist coming along the lake, which is looking quite nice. And I'm going to try and frame up some shots. It's still quite dark. I think I want, well, I don't think, I know I want more light. So hopefully when that sun starts popping up over the horizon, it will start coming down on this lake and getting nice reflections. I mean, it's nice reflections now, and I will start framing some shots. And what I generally do is I might go back to the same location and take another shot when the light's different and see which one I prefer the best. If you hear some scratching, that's me. I've come in my shorts near a lake with no mosquito repellent, and I'm getting a little bit bitten. So yeah, they're enjoying their breakfast at the moment at my expense. Right, so I'm going to frame up some shots. Let's see what we've got here. So generally what I like to do is I like to, if I'm out in places like this, I like to use the nature to frame the shot. So the foliage, trees, bushes. So as you see, we've got a tree trunk here, bushes go over. I'm going to use that to frame. I'm just going to bend down a little bit. The camera I'm using is the Lightroom mobile app camera. The reason being, so if you see at the top there, it shoots in DNG, which is a large file that you can edit a lot more on than you can with just a normal JPEG image it will take. So I highly recommend, go away mosquito, get off. So I highly recommend that you use the mobile app that you get for Lightroom. So if I click on there, if I move left or right, right, so we'll go there, a bit more. I'm putting this in my rule of thirds, the tree trunk. So that's why it's placed there. So just imagine hash lines as you would do on a checkerboard going along. Just trying to think, if you get the grid on Lightroom Mobile, should be able to. If not, then they should do it. But normally I shoot using a grid. To show you what that looks like, I'll come out of there, go into the camera. There you go, there's the grid. So I mean, that's in my rule of thirds, so that's on that line there. Okay, right, I'm going to move to another location now and see what else we've got. Random place to put a tree right in front of a bench for viewing, but could make ideal for nice composition. So we've got the bench, tree dead centre in the middle, nice water reflection, so that looks quite nice. It might look even better once the sun's up, to be honest. But we will have a look in a minute. Should be not long now. So if I go, oh, sorry, I still get used to this phone. Let's go to Golden Hour app. What time are we on? Golden Hour 4:21, and the sun will be up at 4:49, and we are on 4:38. So in a few minutes it should be poking up. Right, the sun is starting to come up, and we are getting some nice colour in the clouds. I mean, Olney also has a lovely church over here, and I have been here a few years back, but I think it was nearer to winter, could have been autumn, and the foliage was obviously a lot less than what it is, and used to be able to get it right dead centre in the middle of some of the foliage, but it's overgrown at the moment, and I haven't been able to capture it. But I do like this shot. So as with always, I normally take quite a few shots because obviously the colour of the sky is changing constantly as the sun rises, and I want to make sure that at least one of my shots captures the colour that I need. You can see that there's some red coming in the water there, there's some up in the sky up in here. So if I go back to the bench, so there's the colour of that sky. It's looking rather nice. Just need it to spread a bit more. Come on, colour. I need it to come over to this way. Come over and hit these bits of clouds. So I've got onto the professional part of the camera, which you get in Lightroom CC or Lightroom Mobile. I've changed my auto white balance because it's a bit slightly cloudy here. I mean, you can use daylight, doesn't really work for us, and doesn't work incandescent, doesn't work either. So I'm going to go to the cloudy, which is giving me the more the correct colours that I'm seeing at the moment. So going to go to my exposure. That's too bright. As you can see, the top of the clouds is being blown out by too white. So I'm going to bring that down. Is it 160? Let's have a look and see that. No, it's still too much. Here we go. There you go, that's better. See how the clouds now are not blown out? So I'm going to take a picture like that. Still getting that lovely colour over there. Don't want it over there. Right, there you go. It's appearing there now. There it is. There it is. I knew it was somewhere. Oh, let's turn it on. That's better. Right, so there you go. That's what tells me I've got it level. I knew it was somewhere. Doesn't matter if I've got it level or not there. I'm going to turn that leveler off. So the redness in the sky has gone, as we can see. So I'll go back to automatic so you can see that. So the goldenness, well, there's still a little bit of red there, but it's going to like an orangey. So that's the sun popping up, which is great. It didn't pop as well as I thought it was going to be across the sky, but we still might have something. So I'm still sticking to my plan, is that I like this composition. And I'm hoping when the sun comes up even more, you're going to get a nice golden glow that comes across from the left and then shines all the way along to the right and lights up that lake with a nice morning golden glow. That's the plan. Now, anyone that takes pictures will know you might have a plan in your head, doesn't necessarily it's going to happen. But with photography, you have to be out exploring to hopefully capture those moments, and you might be surprised that you might capture something that you wasn't even expecting. So I'm going to stick around here for a few more minutes, 10-20 minutes, to see what happens. Alright, now that sun is coming up nicely with that goldenness, beautiful goldenness. So hopefully when the sun pops up even more, I'll get that shot I want, but we're getting there. So I've had the red, now I've got the golden. Now I just need that glow from the sun, and then I'll choose which is my favourite from the shoot this morning. And then when I walk back, which is that way, I'll then have a look to see if there's anything else that pops up when I'm walking back. So yeah, so it's here where I want the glow to come. The glow to come this way, and the sun pops up over the clouds, and they'll give you that nice warm fuzzy feeling that you get when the sun's up. Okay, well, I reckon another 10-15 minutes and we should be there. In the camera mode on the actual camera itself, so using their camera, I've selected the HDR, Sorting the HDR on. Let's go to Pro mode. Let's see what we can do in Pro mode. Oh, I like the leveling bit. Oh, didn't see that before. Like that. Go a bit. Let's go auto on that. Come down, wait, that's not too far. Just so I can get that colour in the sky there. Not too much. Looks about it. Oh, look at all those geese. Wow, a lot of geese. Right, let's come off of Pro mode and let's go into normal using the HDR. Oh, got some nice detail in that. I want to try and get that bench more in focus. So let's. No, I don't want that. Does it lock? Yes, it does. No, don't want video. No, don't want that. Right, this OnePlus 2 times zoom, I just wish it wasn't there. If they put that over in the corner, that would be better, because I try to focus on this and then use the composition, but if I can't because that's in the way. But I do like the HDR that it's giving on that. That does look nice. Look at the clouds. Clouds look nice up here. Bench is now more in focus, which is good. Yeah, no, I'm liking that. That looks nice. Look at portrait mode. What is that? No, too far away, I think. Let's try the HDR mode from this angle. Good morning from Leadenhall or Leadenhall Market in London. So I was here yesterday doing a mobile photography walk, but it was very busy. So I've had to come back this morning to show people how much better it is early in the morning when no one's here. And they've got a big screen that was for Wimbledon and the World Cup as well, but obviously we're now out. Right, so I'm going to take some pictures using the mobile. What I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use the camera that's actually on the phone itself. So I'm just going to use the auto HDR mode. And there you go, look, just as I was doing that, a red double-decker bus goes past. Nice. I'm going to focus on the middle bit as my centre of focus. Let's go for a bit of full length. Go back to 4x3. So this is my centre point. I'm using leading lines, and I've got a nice framing of the shot as well, which makes it perfect. I'm going to try and get this straight at the top as well, using the grids for the wall of thirds, so I don't have to crop much out then. Interesting text at the top, sorry, of the building. Morning, mate, alright? So yeah, I noticed I was in portrait mode there, which was bad of me. So I'm going to lock that, bring that down, that's nice. this town bridge. Red bus going past, but I could do with it on the opposite side. So here I am in another location now, looking at the Tower of London, and I'm going to use the foliage. I've done this before in autumn, so I'm using the foliage as a natural I just know where this is, go out the shop. Yeah, I'm using the foliage as an what's the word I'm looking for? I'm still so tired. Oh, there's a red bus there. I actually quite like the HDR mode in this. So as you've just seen in the video I've just created, I've been using the OnePlus 6 given to me by the guys at OnePlus 6 and O2. Considering the price of this phone, which is nearly half the price of many of the other brands that are out there leading the market, this is by far best you can get for the price of it, and goes toe to toe with the leading brands out on the market. It's super fast, there's no lag in any of the screens. With the images that you've seen I've taken, it does take a really good picture. If you have a budget of what you want to buy, then I highly recommend the OnePlus 6, and I'm very happy to have this as my #1 phone. Thank you to the guys at O2 again, and to the OnePlus 6 guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I look forward to see any of your shots that you take with the OnePlus 6.